What's up, Airsofters? It's SHOT Show 2022, and as promised, we're doing a not-so-round table right at the convention. Now, things are going to be a little bit different in this episode because we brought a lot of Evike team members, some of which you've never seen, and maybe we'll grab a celebrity friend or two to answer some questions that you guys have asked on a variety of our social media channels. Everything from our community page, which you should definitely check out if you haven't, our Facebook page, and our Instagram. We collected those questions, put them in a helm of reasoning that we didn't bring with us. Fortunately, the questions are here, and so we're all gonna be answering questions when we have a break during the show. So without further ado, let's start these suckers off.
All right, guys, welcome to SHOT Show 2022.
What's up, guys? My name is Mason. I work in the video department of Evike.com.
What's going on? I'm Michael. I'm with the Evike.com wholesale department.
What's up, everybody? It's Bo from American Milsim and LBX Tactical.
Hi guys, my name is Ryan. This is NSRT at SHOT Show 2022. This is a great investment of money and time. They put us up in the palazzo, and this is what we do in our free time.
It's not a round table. Let's do it.
This is the shortest question ever. Julian Contreras asked, where's the mall? Excellent question. I stopped by PTS during the show to inquire the same thing. The PTS B.E. Myers Mall is really, really cool. And as far as I understand, it's gonna be made out of aluminum, so it's gonna be really durable. Not to mention, it's already in development and it is on the way very soon. There was a sample that was supposed to make it to the show but didn't make it in time. So if they've got a sample physically that we can see, I know it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna have similar performance, albeit within the legal requirements here in the States in terms of power to some of our favorite D-balls of all time. It looks really awesome, but that's not all the PTS is coming out with. They've got a lot of really cool stuff, including a bunch of Unity tactical stuff, which is gonna both increase our available accessories and give us some more options when mounting other accessories to our platforms.
So CHKYNGY777 asks, is there still a place for basic AEG gearboxes like the KWA2GX and combat machine gearboxes in modern airsoft? I think absolutely. Sometimes the most basic systems are the most reliable. Sometimes fancy the electronic systems like MOSFETs can occasionally fail. They add a lot of cool features like burst fire modes and LiPo protection, but that can introduce another point of failure. So not to say that one is better than the other, they are different flavors, but you can still use a stock standard AEG gearbox that doesn't have a MOSFET or any kind of fancy doohickey in it and still be very competitive in airsoft. I know I've got shot by kids with combat machines, even kids renting combat machines, more often than I think I've been shot by anything else. So they're still very effective even today with all the fancy electronics that you get in a lot of gearboxes today. So keep it up.
Next up, we've got a question from Simon
Legionnaire, or sorry,
Simon, oh man, I'm gonna butcher this. Pilnair.
Simon, Legionnaire, sorry.
Plijaner. P-L-I-J-N-A-E-R. Planair.
I apologize, I won't get your name right, but Simon, we appreciate your question. One for all of you.
Would you make a cosplay loadout from the game The Division?
At the moment, I'm building one to use on the field and use on events outside the field, without guns, by the way.
me personally, I mean, Division's cool. I think it's really easy to build some very unique stuff to be able to make some type of cosplay that would go really well with that game, and specifically on Airsoft. Other games like, you know, Halo or, you know, those ones with really intricate stuff, I don't know if I would do personally. It would just be, but I've seen people do it, and there's some people who do a really good job at it.
Would I do a cosplay loadout from the game Division? Probably not, because I don't really play the Division. So for me, I don't have the same enthusiasm for that style of dressing up that some other people might have. It's a cool look, and I do have friends that have cosplay loadouts from that game. It's just not for me though.
That's an excellent question, Simon. I have not really ever done any cosplay aside from dressing up as Han Solo one time for a photo that they made me do at Evike. And while it was a fun photo, I don't know that I'd necessarily wear that to a convention. I love Star Wars, but don't know enough about it to pull off dressing up like a Star Wars character and then having to answer questions. With that said though, The Division was an awesome game, and there's an entire environment of costumes, loadouts, and characters to choose from. And I see no reason why you can't more personalize your Airsoft loadout with your favorite video game, your favorite movie franchise, or your favorite character from pretty much anything. Dress up like it or dress up in the environment that it comes from to make your Airsoft game even more fun. Why wouldn't you? If somebody doesn't like it, they should go do something else.
Actually, there's been a couple event promoters that did a game with a Division theme. And as somebody who played the Division a lot, Division 1 and 2, I love all that kit. A lot of cool ideas. I think a lot of companies actually got some ideas for new kit from that game. And what a great game. But that's cool you're doing that. I'm sure there's a lot of cool gear, a lot of options out there to make a lot of cool cosplay for that game. I mean, it kind of makes me want to go play that game again.
Question from EP_Airsoft. Why don't we see more support for red Tracer BBs? I love running them, however, I only know of 2 tracers that light them. It would be amazing to see a shotgun tracer that supports red BBs. You know what? That's a great point. I would love to see more shotgun tracers in general, but I think there's only one available right now. It's about a $200 unit. It's very hard to be able to get 3 BBs lit up at once and lit up in a good way. As it is, I know red Tracer BBs are a bit harder to properly light up because of their chemical composition. But the thing I don't understand is you got all these neon signs and that's basically how these things work. Why aren't there blue? Where's the pink? Where's the purple? Some ideas for our manufacturers here that are watching. But hopefully we can get more colors going on. I do understand the desire for having a different color because green gets kind of boring sometimes. But I would love to see not just red, but multiple different BB colors coming out. So hopefully our BB manufacturers can work with us a bit and get us more of a rainbow of assortment colors.
Joshua Woodrum. Has there been any part of Airsoft that you have seen become obsolete or outdated over your years of playing? And if so, do you miss it? I would say, actually, full auto play. When I first started playing Airsoft, that was a thing. Like, who could get the fastest gun, play really aggressive, really hard, really fast. And that kind of really, I don't want to say ghetto, but like, I want to say like, it was a very like kind of rough and tough, like, kind of play style, and I don't really feel like that's a thing anymore. Or if so, it's a lot more sterilized. It's a lot cleaner, and there's a lot of good things about it. It's definitely more accessible for a lot of people. So I don't know that I necessarily miss it, but I do miss using full auto guns and going fast. That was a lot of fun, and I haven't had a game like that in quite a while. Most of the time, it's like just semi-auto fire, and yeah, it's safer. But I mean, I enjoy building fast guns, so if I can have a fast gun and just like see kids' faces like, oh my God, terrifying. Like that's its own little funny thing that I haven't been able to experience in a while. Other than that, I think that people wearing like a lot of super big, bulky, like carrying everything in the kitchen sink in their gear has kind of gone out of style recently. I don't miss that at all. I always felt that was kind of like a little overkill. So I like the new trend of like going more slick and slim and easier to run around and kind of deal in gear. So that's been nice.
All right, this is from Operator Snake. I get some guns are made out of metal or high powered.
But why are some guns so expensive? That's a great question. At the end of the day, technology has come a long way and manufacturers are putting a lot better parts. They're doing a lot more performance-oriented pieces in these guns. Guns are getting better warranties. There's so many things that go into what makes a gun more expensive. In my opinion, it's not always the gun because it's more expensive is better. It's more what fits you and what you like. And if the gun happens to be a little expensive and shoots well, then go ahead and get it. That's what I look at.
There's just different price points for everybody. We have some guns that are, some Airsoft AGs or gas blowbacks that are up to, pretty expensive, the same amount as a real AR or more. And then there are some that are much more affordable for you. It's just, you have a range of a bunch of different guns to choose from.
Let's see, this guy, Jeremy Circa.
This is, what are the advantages and disadvantages of vest, plate carriers, or chest rigs?
Great question. Me being with LBX, I can really cater to that. There's not really an advantage or disadvantage. I think depending on where you play at your field, what type of game you play, what type of gear you run. If you're gonna play a heavy CQB area and you're running a short gun and you want more protection, you run a plate carrier. If you're gonna play somewhere where it happens to be hotter and you're running be a little lighter, maybe not carry quite as much stuff, you probably wanna wear like a chest rig, right? So I personally believe that 75% of it has to do with your loadout and what you wanna carry in the weather. But the other part of it is really kind of your own personal, protection or looks. Half of it's Gucci, right? That's what everybody wants.
Now, we've answered this a couple times on previous Not So Round tables over the years. But if you haven't seen the huge amount of episodes we've done for the Not So Round table, you might have missed us talking about it. Depending on the situation you're in, the location you're playing at, and basically the requirements that go along with the primary that you're running, you'll want to make different choices. If I'm going out onto a longer engagement where I'm going to need to carry more magazines, more stuff, or if I plan on using more frags or other stuff with me, I'll want like a load-bearing vest or a plate carrier, which in the conversation that we're having now are pretty much the same thing. A vest usually refers to something that is load-bearing. The plate carrier is a load-bearing vest most of the time. It gives you more pals or molly webbing to attach more pouches to enable you to carry more stuff. And with that said, if you play in a really warm environment or if you're playing indoors and you don't need to carry that much stuff, a chest rig is a great option because it keeps you really light and mobile and you don't have to get weighed down or bulked up, moving between small barriers, potentially in a CQB environment. And going down to a chest rig helps you do that, although you sacrifice the ability to carry a lot of stuff. Ultimately, it also can come down to, what style do you like? Personally, I like running a chest rig, a plate carrier with a chest rig on the front of it because I can never make up my mind. And rather than wear a chest rig, I'll put a plate carrier on and then slap my D3CR micro on it. So really, I'm just wearing a chest rig and pretending to have plates on. Good luck. Don't miss out on the action. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, check out our TikTok, and join us on Facebook for everything Airsoft.